We have some sound that I want to play for everyone. This is interesting. There were two clips, just speaking of the Olympics, because there's a little crossover with the Dolphins. So Mike McDaniel was asked today, how did he start talking that he had met Steph Curry before? I guess someone just had asked him if he watched the gold medal game, something along those lines. Mike McDaniel ran into Steph Curry and shared it with the assembled Dolphins media today.
Oh, well, I was at the Orlando Four Seasons visiting Disney. And I think Golden State was on a road trip to play the Orlando Magic. And I ended up talking to him a little bit. My wife got a picture of us having a conversation. I think he got a picture of us, but I was too rattled to ask for his phone number. So if he's listening to this press conference, I would love that to get that picture. But yeah, it was pretty cool. He's the extreme version of everything I believe in training for athletics. So when you bump into a guy and you have maybe 5 to 10 minutes, I don't even know what I said. I just rattle off a bunch of stuff and remembered what he talked about. Focus.
Did he know who you were?
Well, that goes to something that happens to me on routine. So he did know who I was, which made no sense. Much like every person in public that, people identify me a lot and it never gets normal. It's always, maybe I'm delusional. I don't know. I just don't ever expect it. So
you're the head coach of one of the most recognizable football franchises in America. You're going to get recognized. It's funny, though. He's got a cool picture with Steph Curry somewhere, but it's on Steph Curry's phone, and he can't get a text from him because he doesn't have his number. That's funny to me.
No, he played it wrong. You have to get a picture on your phone.
Of course.
You don't ask the person that especially if they're famous, you don't say, "Hey, send me that."
Right. Well, he said he didn't. So he can't get it.
You can't do that, though. That's lame. The best thing would be, hey, let me grab one, too. I'll talk to Mike about this.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because he was never going to get that picture. Steph Curry's not going to, took that picture with Coach McDaniel. Let me text it to him tonight. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
I'm weird, yeah. But people ask for my number, I get weird.
Oh, I don't give my number out.
You want to hear my new thing, which is hilarious? You could tell when somebody wants your number. They'll have their phone out. They'll have their little phone up with the numbers ready, and they're they don't want to bring it up, but you can see what they want to do. I'll pull my notes out, and I'll be like, "Yeah, man, what's your name again?" And I put their name and their number in my notes, knowing I'm never going to call them.
You could put it in contacts though and fool them because you just don't have to use it.
I don't want to waste up all my memory.
All right. Well, you're wasting it on the notes. But regardless, here's another piece of Olympic intertwined Miami Dolphins news. So Tyreek Hill was on with Kay Adams this morning on Up and Adams. And she was asking him about Noah Lyles. You saw the COVID race? That one's fun. But you remember a while back, he said, yes. I don't understand Super Bowl winners, calling themselves world champions because they're not competing against the world. They're only competing against teams in the United States.
But did he specify this is my only question, because I remember reading that quote. Was it Super Bowl or was it NBA players?
I thought it was NBA champions. She asked it. Kay Adams asked it as if it was regarding football, but I think he had a greater point, which was you're not a world champion unless you're competing against, athletes from all over the world, which he does.
Okay, well, when is Ireland and France going to bring their football team to play ours?
I think flag football is in the next Olympics. So
Noah Lyles, who I do enjoy, I like his personality. He's full of crap, and it was perpetuated by him. You got your ass whooped in the 200, and now you're going out on a wheelchair.
Great move.
terrible move.
That's a great move. Oh my
It's not-
God. I ran my mouth. I just got run off the track. Get me a wheelchair. And also I have COVID. It's
Hawk,
a brilliant move. That's a great move.
It wasn't a thousandth of a second.
That's a great move.
He got his ass drug, and now you can't
he had
breathe.
COVID. He couldn't even walk off the track.
He gonna open up his shirt, let his breast out, so that he can get carted off the track because he can't breathe. Man, it was weak. And
Now you know why he didn't win. Otherwise, he would have won.
I like Noah Hawk. I like Noah Lyles.
I think it's brilliant.
That was foolishness what he did after that race.
I think it's brilliant because I was going to say, like, hey, man, you can't run your mouth if you're not going to win. But now I know he barely could move around.
He couldn't even walk. Couldn't even talk.
Couldn't even walk.
I saw his hands shaking on the start line. He
had a bad case of the vid. So here is Tyreek Hill with Kay Adams this morning.
Sprinter Noah Lyles. He said that Super Bowl champs should not consider themselves world champions. What do you think of that?
Noah Lyles can't say nothing after what just happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Then he want to come out and pretend like he's sick. I feel like that's like horseradish. So for him to like do that and say that we're not world champions of like our sport says like, come on, bro. Like, just speak on what you know about. You know what I'm saying? And that's track.
Would you like to race him when he gets home?
I will beat Noah Lyles.
You think so?
I will beat Noah Lyles.
Like by a lot?
No, I won't beat him by a lot, but I will beat Noah Lyles.
I'd like to see that happen.
And guess what? When I beat him, I'm going to put on a COVID mask and let him know I mean business.
There you go. Noah Lyles versus Tyreek Hill. I would watch that in a heartbeat, man.
Pay-per-view.
Let's get headlines here for the 3:00 hour with Alejandro Solana, who's been known to exit a pickleball court in a wheelchair after a loss.
Or like Paul Pierce.
It is a heady play. I'm not going to lie.
It's a heady play.
I used to forfeit tennis matches all the time. I'm getting roasted. 6-love, 4-0 or 4-love in the second set. Oh, pulled a hammy. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Been doing this for years. Oh, heart attack.
How many heart attacks have you had?
Oh, started in high school. I mean, things start going south on the basketball court. Heart attack. I'm out.
How can you have a heart attack but meet him at Little Caesars later?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a quick healer. I'm like Trump. You see that ear? China. It's a good curse by Tyreek Hill, though. That's horseradish.
You
That's
know
a
what
good
he
curse.
wanted to say. Yeah,
That's a good curse.
He's not beating Noah Lyles, by the way. Hate to break it to everybody. He's not beating Noah Lyles.
It's gonna be close.
Yeah, well, I mean, all fast guys are close, but what are you saying is close? A second?
No,
Like, that's a lifetime in track and field.
Less than a second. Tyreek is world-class speed.
I don't know if he knows how to get out of the blocks the way that Noah Lyles would. Like, I mean, that's like scientific, man.
He needs a sign. He needs Bill Nye to figure out where.
No, I'm just telling you, these guys know how to get every 10th of a second advantage. Tyreek Hill, starts running when he hears hot. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the same.
He ran track. He's a track star. He ran track.
But he doesn't run track now.
You're not gonna lose it.
Oh, stop it.
I could run the 110 hurdles right now.
Stop it. You couldn't
so
jump
funny,
a little
though.
crick.
You see, like, football players defending each other, like they get so a little emotional about it. There's nothing wrong. It's not an indictment on Tyreek Hill that he can't beat one of the world's fastest men.
We say he's like the fastest guy in the NFL. Like, there's no shame in that. He can't beat Noah Lyles.
Noah Lyles just got whooped by two other guys. Tyreek can't jump in that pot.
He barely had working lungs. Guy went out on a wheelchair.
He also won gold in several other events. It's not like Noah Lyles went up there, got COVID, left without a medal. Like, the dude medaled.
They were pumping remdesivir right into his veins after that race.
Noah Lyles ran a 4.8. Tyreek ran a 4.9. I mean, a 9. Sorry, I'm doing 40 times. Yeah, 9998 in the 100.
I'm not telling you that he'd get wiped off the track. I'm just telling you, I don't think there's a chance in hell that he could beat a professional runner.
I can't snap my fingers as fast as 0.1. It's right there. Tyreek talks to him. He gets bad start. Tyreek wins.
Listen, that's the way you judge who wins and who loses. I mean, you can't go, well, it was very close. It was a 1/10 of a second away or 0.2 of a second. Like, sorry, there's a winner, there's a loser.
World class.
I would pay for that, by the way, like a Netflix special. They're doing Joey Chestnut versus what's his name? Jaws. What's the Japanese eater's name? I forgot his last name.
Go Kobayashi. I was gonna let you sit there for a while. Like I knew it at the beginning, but
I was trying to think.
I don't know why I was enjoying that.
I was trying to think of one of the actors in the movie Jaws. I couldn't think of either of their names.
I'm falling off a cliff. I'm falling off a cliff. I reached out my hand for help, and Hawk was just gonna let me fall, man.
I literally had a rope with a basket attached to it, but I was enjoying it.
I fell off a cruise into the water. Hawk is holding the life preserver, but he didn't throw it to me.
I'm in the water on a jet ski. I drove away.
Richard Dreyfuss. That's who I was looking for. He said,
I could have told you that 12 seconds ago, too.
He said, Jaws. I wanted to yell Richard Dreyfuss.